Alright, so welcome to yet another impressions video by myself. Today I'll be talking about Overlord. Now, Overlord, um, this is covering obviously 1 to 3. 4 is not out yet as of this recording. So, Overlord, like, I know a lot of people have been comparing it to Sword Art Online, obviously, and rightfully so, but I mean, the concepts are different enough that I feel it's not a ripoff. Not that Sword Art Online was the first one to use that concept, but um, yeah, excuse me. Um, I kind of like I kind of like the direction that it went in. Whereas instead of everybody getting stuck in an MMO for the purposes of an evil dude who actually turned out to be the best character in Sword Art Online, just saying, um, this was more or less as far as we know, anime only watchers, no manga spoilers, please, no spoilers. It was a glitch or a mishap where just presumably just one person is stuck in an MMO that in fact was transported to a new world. Where this new world takes place, we don't know. Could it be a new game that's still in development? Like after the first 3 episodes, my best guess is that he was transported inside a game that is currently in development, like a beta, in like a beta stage, because there's obviously a lot to it. There's a lot of world stuff. Um, it's like in a beta, but it's not like an open beta. It's a closed beta, like to only like the developers. And little do they know that there's like some dude and his guild running around. And I think they'll figure it out. But that's my guess. Obviously, manga readers, do not tell me if I'm right or wrong, please, because spoilers. Anyway, so I do kind of like that concept that we sort of have a lot of intangibles. We don't know. Um, we really don't know a lot except the fact that they're in a world very foreign to Yggdrasil. I think that's how you properly pronounce it, but um, completely foreign to this Momonga. And you know what else I like? This is a small touch, but it's a nice touch. We don't know what Momonga really looks like because, unlike Sword Art Online, it started. Um, the game started inside and has never ever shown the outside real world before. And I actually really like that because you sort of have like this question mark over your head, like what does this guy really look like? Because unlike Sword Art Online, there's no way Momonga looks like a fucking skeleton in real life. Okay, he's I mean, I'm assuming they're all human, so I mean, he looks nothing like his avatar, unlike Sword Art Online, where Kirito mostly looked like he did in real life, just sort of a little different. But I do like it because we sort of have we have the same perspective as we would if you were playing an MMO. So, for example, let's say you and I were to meet on an MMO, assuming you never watched my live reactions, so you don't know what I look like. You're playing a game with me, and you're, say, making friends with me, and you've joined a guild with me, and you don't even know what I look like. You may not know how I sound if it's all text-based, um, or especially in Overlord's case, the voice changes. So it was probably a voice option that you can pick in the game. So what we're seeing here is we're actually diving into the perspective of an MMO player in a way. We're following this main protagonist. We don't know what he looks like in real life, not yet at least. I assume we will eventually. And so it's a good touch because you don't know what he looks like. You don't know. We know what he sounds like because of his thoughts. That's the only difference there. but there's sort of that. It's a different type of immersion, in my opinion. Feel free to disagree, but that's just how I feel. So, with that being said, I really do like the concept of how all the NPCs sort of came to life, and we're still not sure how this works, but it's very cool. I think it's very cool. So now it's almost like a fantasy setting that's not a game. It's almost like its own world, sort of, um, which again detracts from the Sword Art Online feeling, where we knew it was a game. They're constantly bringing up their inventories, or like Greed Island or something. Oh yeah, Greed Island, by the way, is predates Sword Art Online, I think. So, Hunter x Hunter. Uh, and I think there's been others that have done that too. Like, never mind. I won't go there. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the NPCs coming to life. I did like that. Like I said, it does detract from the SAO feel where now it really feels like its own world. It doesn't feel like a video game world. So um, there is a big difference there. Uh, and the interactions are pretty good. I like how he rewrote the girl, Albedo, her personality to be in love with him, and then he couldn't change her again, so now she's stuck being in love with him. I found that pretty hilarious. And then the whole 18 plus joke was very funny. Uh, it was delivered well, where in an MMO you're really not supposed to be able to do that kind of stuff, but now that it's not so much an MMO anymore, he can do stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty funny, just pretty clever in general. It's a good way to test, that's for sure. Uh, the plot so far is kind of hazy because we don't really know what the main plot is going to be about. Um, you know, is he going to try to break out? Is he trying to stay in the world? Because he mentioned that, like, I don't even have friends. I just go to work, come home, sleep. That's it, man. And I can sympathize, honestly. I can. So the fact that he kind of just wants to stay in there, I can sympathize. Uh, so yeah, I do like this. I do like, um, I do like Overlord. The opening and ending are good too. And Madhouse's animation is fucking awesome. Get Toriko, please, please get Toriko Madhouse. Um, I know everybody wants Toriko to go to Madhouse, but I do too. So um, I'm enjoying Overlord so far. I'll definitely continue watching it. It's interesting, and apart from everything else I've mentioned, that's about it. So I like the main character so far. So thank you guys for listening, and hopefully you guys will see me for a live reaction for Overlord Episode 4.